Do you guys ever wish that Creative Assembly would actually make fun, interesting new game modes for multiplayer more than just pitch battles and siege battles? Well, today the community has done exactly that. I want to welcome you to a King of the Hill game mode on Total War Attila. It's using a custom map called 2 Camps. It's actually really cool. You've got 2 camps on the map that opposing sides can use. And the way that this game mode is going to work, it's kind of like a mix of King of the Hill and Domination from Call of Duty. In the center of the map, there are 3 capture points. The team that captures all 3 wins the battle. And the way to capture said points is by putting the general in the zone, and the general cannot be fighting. So once the general's in there and he's standing, it's considered a capture. Now, there is another way to win because there's 2 camps on the battlefield. If you go and take the base camp of the opposing team, that's an automatic win. So let me go ahead and show you the 3 middle capture points. So this is from the perspective of blue team. The left side, there's a big bridge. Right in the middle, the very highest point of the bridge, this is the very left capture point. The center capture point is, well, in the center, and it's between these 2 sets of barricades, so roughly right here. Also, this map has like a bunch of like staked humans. Like what is going on here? And then there's a bunch of bodies. I don't know. It's really grotesque and weird, but yeah, anyway, I just wanted to point that out. The 3rd and final capture point is all the way to the right from the blue team's perspective. It's by the ruins here, this little mine. It's right by the red line, but if you capture this, that is the 3rd. If you capture all 3, you win, or like I said, if you can capture the home bases. Now, the home bases for this camp, red team's camp, is on this hill behind this barricade. If the opposing team can get a general up here without fighting, it's an instant victory. If the red team can attack blue team and get their general right next to this ruined basilica, this would be considered their base camp and an instant victory for red team. So both sides were allowed ultra funds, max 6 of a unit, 2 pikes per player, 4 skirmishers per player, chevrons allowed, and no artillery. So first, let's look at blue team, which I refer to them as blue team because most of the units, their icons are in blue, and the person who submitted the replay, his are in yellow, but still, I'm going to refer to everyone on the blue team here. So first, we have the white Huns, the Alans, the Longobards, and finally we have Axum. Now looking at the red team, we have the Ostrogoths, Himyar, Western Roman Empire, and Eastern Roman Empire. I do want to thank all the players that took part in this battle. These types of battles take up a lot of time to set up and actually play. So thank you to all the players, and a big thank you to Tharshey for setting this up and sending in the replay. He has a YouTube channel of his own, so please check it out. It's linked down in the video description. So that's it for the rules, guys. That's it for the army comps. Now it's time to sit back, relax, get some snacks and drinks, and enjoy the King of the Hill game mode on Total War. Let's jump in. All right, guys, here we are on the battlefield. Now, I do have it paused because it's a very quick replay. And it's like racehorses. As soon as the gates open, they're just going to be storming out trying to capture these different capture points on the map. So I wanted to pause it and take some time to kind of look at their deployment and see how they're using their army comps. For example, blue team, of course, you saw that they brought a lot of cav. So they're going to be fast. They're going to try to, they're going to try to control the map. The Allens over here, they're almost entirely on the far left flank. It's clear that they're going to go for this bridge over here. And in the center, that's where most of the infantry is located. So they're most likely going to try to hold back with infantry, fight with infantry. And then on the far right side is actually not a ton of cav, but they do have a decent amount of infantry going for this far capture point over here. On red team, they are going much heavier with infantry. So they do have some cav here and there, which are pretty good, but they are definitely going heavy with infantry and archers. So we'll see the 2 different philosophies go at it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, there's so much infantry in the center. They're clearly wanting the center. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and press play. We're going to be doing a lot of slow motion here, guys. A lot of slow motion because there's going to be so much going on. 4v4, a tiny map, 3 points of control. Really 4 if you count the town center, zones that they have to capture. The camp capture point, I guess. The base capture point. But right out of the way, right out of the gates, we have the White Huns storming with their raiders, and they've got some wave lancers in the back here too. It's gonna get laggy too, guys. Please consider that Attila is not well optimized, and we've got a lot of troops in a small area going at it. So of course, as they start killing each other, it will get a little bit better. We have infantry that look like they're about to clash to control the center. Now, just a reminder on the rules, guys. To gain the capture point, you need a general on the capture point, not fighting. So you got to really gain control of it. So here we go, infantry pouring in. We got the axes of Axum supporting the swords of the White Huns. They're definitely going to need that support. I think they're a bit outclassed against the Eastern armored legions here of Eastern Rome. And now we have, again, another huge clash here of deadly infantry from Western Rome going after the spears of Axum, who form shield wall. But this is not going to be pretty. They are completely outclassed here by the Western Roman infantry. Let's go ahead and do some slow motion already, guys, because there's something unraveling over on this far side. We have Cav coming over and harassing the Ostrogoths, harassing them and keeping them in place, which is going to allow the infantry to gain control of this capture point. So that's interesting over there. And then let's see what's happening far on this side, where we have, this is the Himyar going with an aggressive push on the bridge, and the Cav by the Allens, no surprise here, just pushing in. Oh, we got armored camels. But yeah, we've got Cav trying to gain control of this bridge, which, remember, the capture point is right in the middle of the bridge right here. There's a lone riderless horse fleeing the battle, the chaos, and just trying to get out of there. So this is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of Cav over here, and there's a huge amount of Cav flanking the bridge position as well. So I think they're going to try to get behind them, maybe get the archers, something of that nature. Let's go back over to the center, because this is where the battle's really just like most of the violence is at right now. A lot of troops dying per second, a lot of killing per second, and look at the burning walls back there. Would love to see some artillery. I don't remember if artillery was banned, but it would be cool to just see like fiery balls of justice flying over their heads right now. We do have some arrows flying overhead, going after the Eastern Roman archers, and the fight rages on. Again, I think this plays to the advantage of the Roman factions, but I could be mistaken. I could be wrong. I'm no Attila expert, but that's how it feels. Same thing over here. Rome definitely looks like they've got things under control. Now, the blue team has taken control of this capture point. They haven't captured it completely because, remember, they need a general in there to capture it, and he cannot be engaged in combat. They have taken care of the Cav that push forward from blue team. Red team now going in with some very strong or decently strong infantry about to take on these spears. And here comes the general, guys. He's going for the capture point. He's taking his time. This is the Longobards, the chieftain himself. Where is he? Is it him? Yeah, there he is. The chieftain. He's a big lad. He's a big lad. But yeah, he's moving in. Let's go back over to the center, guys. Oh my gosh, this is just crazy. We've got some Roman infantry actually breaking, even having this Godins chosen, some sort of pagan gods chosen. Even though they're kind of surrounded, they are kicking butt right now. And now we got camels coming around the flank as well. This is madness. Over on this side, okay, let's do some more slow motion here, guys, because we're almost halfway through this battle. Halfway through the fight. It's definitely going to be a quick one today, but Eastern Rome sending in their axes. We got Cav kind of trampling into this fight, and actually Eastern Rome is starting to break against the weight of blue team's army. Again, this is mostly the white Huns over here. And let's not forget about the Spice Guard, which have skirmish ability, but they're also deadly infantry with those big axes. So we could see the Spice Guard start to charge in as well, and that could turn the tide of this battle as well. But we're looking for, remember, the capture point is roughly right here. No generals have entered this zone. There's generals waiting on both sides to go in and capture. Remember, they got to capture all three, not just two, not one. Well, they can capture one if it is this victory point or the other base victory point, which is right here. So, yeah, they're mostly going to go for the center position. And they are holding back a wave of troops. They might have to send some of these troops to help out the center. We'll see what happens. But the camels are running around looking for a vulnerable place to charge and maybe get behind red team's forces. Blue team on the other side, on the other hand, have taken control of this bridge. They have taken control. They have to maintain it. That's the challenge. And honestly, get these pikes up in the fight. They're looking the other way. Why? Because they're worried about Cav flanking behind them. But I think they're in a dire situation where red team needs to get the pikes to the capture point. They will slaughter this Cav and this infantry if they are used efficiently and effectively. But if they can, they're going to lose control of this. There's no general in sight. Oh, there's the general. But he could easily run up and capture this, along with capturing the far right one. And then all they have to do is gain control of this. And it looks like they kind of are. This is just like utter chaos. Utter chaos in this fight. Very cool. Very cool battle. It's a cool map. I really like it. I would love to see more game modes on this map. I don't know what you could do, but this was awesome. So far, really good job by the White Huns. They're getting... Oh, they're breaking a general! The general has broken. He was trying to probably preserve the back lines of his force. Now, Western Rome is doing a good job here, but they're going to have to send some reinforcements to help out against the White Huns. And this is now officially captured right here. Oh, wait, but look! Rome is coming in with Cav. And they're gonna disrupt that. They're gonna charge. Oh, yes! And now archers are coming down. Let's go. We're seeing red team get at it. Using archers. They're trying to silence the blue team's archers over here. They're trying to break these spears, but unfortunately, they're spear masters. And it's going to take a couple more charges to probably break them, but it's a good start. You could attack the general, too, and that would cancel the capture of this position. Oh, nice! Nice! Western Rome is carrying his team on his back right now as he is stopping this advance. He's also kind of winning on his front. Oh, yeah, clearly winning on his front. And now we have a general charging in to try to stop the bleeding. Boom. Right into the infantry. But there are going to be some Axum Spice Guard coming over to support and try to slow down the Western Rome's advance. So at this point, guys, once they clean up... Yep, they captured it. They captured the center. They've captured this far side, and they have not yet captured this side. They had it captured. They had it captured, but Western Rome has fought back. He has fought back. So Western Rome is keeping red team alive here. Well, let's not forget, if they lose this, all they need is to capture one here. We need one general to go up here, crown himself king, and that is King of the Hill right there. So yeah, and I think they're probably gonna win that way. They do have some chosen. These guys are not gonna be able to stop a deadly. Look at these guys. You think these guys could stop a cav charge? You think they could stop? No, absolutely not. So they need more than this to defend. They are rushing back infantry. What is this? This is Himyar sending over some Kushite infantry to try to stop the general from capturing the victory point here. Western Rome, dang it, man. He's keeping the zone alive, but everything else has fallen. They should have left one solid infantry to guard this spot. And there you have it, guys. That is the victory right there. The base victory point has been captured. The red team did not defend it properly. The balance of power is still pretty even. So if they were able to defend this position, there could have been a chance that Western Rome comes over and defeats what's left. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of cav over here, but yeah, so they admit defeat because the zone has been captured. That was really fun. I know that was a quick battle. It could have been a little longer if they defended their base camp, the victory. I'll just call it the victory point, a little bit better. But yeah, that was a blast. I love the creativity here from all the players and Tharshey for setting this up. Would love to do more battles like this again, and I really wish Creative Assembly would make games in the game. Like, we shouldn't have to come up with this. They should have fun King of the Hill domination type game modes. They kind of experimented with that with Warhammer. There's a couple different game modes, which is good to see, but you know, obviously Warhammer's not my cup of tea. But I think if I were to make this game an actual like domination where you have to capture zones, I would make it so troops come in delayed. So you kind of you build your army, and then troops kind of come in as time goes on. So you kind of have a back and forth. It's not just everything is there. Maybe we can do this again and kind of have that mindset of like, okay, every 5 minutes you can put in new troops. So you kind of start with 5 units, and then another 5 units, and then another 5 units, and then another 5 units. So it'd take up to, what, 20 minutes to get all of your troops on the battlefield. I think it'd be cool to kind of have a delayed reaction like that. But you got to play with players that aren't going to cheat, you know, and they're going to actually go in when the 5 minutes are up. So anyways, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a quick one, but a creative one. And let's see. Okay, so here is the results. You're not going to get much from these results because you just, obviously, the goal wasn't to kill the other side. It was to capture. But Tharshey did a good job. He was really effective with his cav. He took on the Eastern Romans and pretty much utterly defeated them. So poor Eastern Rome couldn't hold on to that victory point. And yeah, I think the biggest mistake that Red Team did, which again, Red Team is the bottom team here, they should have kept some sort of guard unit, even like a cav unit, because it can move fast, it can delay, just to try to get troops over there to defend that position. But even if they did, I don't know if that was gonna be enough. But yeah, those are, let me just go through all these armies again so you can see the kills and what they did. But guys, thank you so much for watching. These shorter videos usually don't do as well with the algorithm, so if you could be sure to like, share, and subscribe, that would be huge. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and guys, I'll see you next time on the battlefield.